Eating food is a necessity for life, but eating food intelligently, now that is an art. And if you want to tap into this intelligent eating, I hope you continue to watch this video because I'm going to be covering my daily eating patterns, what I have in a day. Now it depends, it varies, of course, duh. I'm not going to eat the same foods for the rest of my life. However, these foods and these meals I'm going to share with you here soon are going to be jam-packed with gut healing, nourishing, performance boosting, fat burning foods that will help you evolve and live that holistic lifestyle so you can optimize your essence. What's happening, guys? My name is Christian Van Camp, holistic lifestyle and performance coach. As you can see, I'm immersed in nature. Walked away from my house. I was like, I'm gonna record a YouTube video for you guys to soak up all this amazing knowledge because I'm really excited just to dive into something that I'm super passionate about, nutrition. Nutrition is fundamental to all walks of life. Our cells are created, our human cells are created from that precursor nutrition. Of course, we have air, we have all the other variables that come into play, but nutrition is the foundation to a good life. I strongly believe that. I've studied this stuff for years and years and years, and I figured out kind of the best diet for me. And that's what I'm going to present to you is a diet for me. So this is not going to be a one-size-fits-all diet. I want everyone to try out, or every guy to try out, whatever. I want you to utilize everything in this video as a way to maybe incorporate some of these foods into your diet and see how you feel. Notice how you perform. Notice how you look. All those little things. And so let's dive right in. How do I start my day? Well, I actually start my day with just hydrating, getting some electrolytes in, 20, 32 ounces of water right when I wake up. Now after that, after about an hour or so of that, I have my Super GHEE coffee. Super GHEE coffee. This is my favorite thing in the world. It's kind of like bulletproof coffee out there for those of you know that you put the butter in your coffee, right? For me, I prefer GHEE, a little bit more nutritious. It's clarified butter. For those of you that don't know, they basically heat up butter to a point where a lot of the heavy whey and casein rises to the top. And so then it strips it away to where it's leaving behind a lot of the nutritional components. And so basically the Super GHEE coffee is very simple. It's about 1 teaspoon to a tablespoon of some ghee. You get some organic coffee. I like to French press mine. You add about 12 ounces of coffee in there. You froth up alongside that ghee and that coffee some stevia. I really like the Now ones. Now Foods is a good brand. I've been using this hazelnut one. It's fuego, super good. Yeah, a couple drops of that stevia. You get some ghee in there, and you can also sauce in on the side maybe a teaspoon of MCT oil. And this is a powerhouse. This is a powerhouse of just total energy because those fats, when they combine with the coffee, they not only enhance the absorption of a lot of the polyphenols in the coffee, but they give you long-term energy, long-term cognitive performance. They also help out with fat loss by keeping you full for a longer period of time. So I love to have my coffee in the morning about an hour after waking so I don't get a massive cortisol dump into my body. It's really important not to have coffee right when you wake up. Let your body adapt, you know, get some sunshine on your face first, get some movement, hydrate, and then get the coffee later on. Minimum 30 minutes after waking for sure. So I have that coffee, and I forgot to mention you can add a little bit of salt in there. Oh, that combo with the stevia is so good. It's so good, guys. I'm telling you, you got to start your day with that coffee. And so I have that, you know, and that keeps me full for another 2 to 3 hours. So then around noon, around 1 o'clock, because I love an intermittent fasting protocol, 14 to 16 hours daily typically for me. So in the afternoon, I'll typically break my fast. This is when I incorporate my super smoothie. My super smoothie can include a variety of different protein powders. I prefer this amazing plant-based one from Bioptimizers or MVP Sport from PURIUM, or if I'm going for more of an animal-based route, I love my whey isolate. I'm a big fan of whey isolate. I think it has a lot of potential for helping people pack on more muscle. It helps boost glutathione. There's many reasons to supplement with a whey isolate supplement. But don't just go buying some random whey isolate out there. There's a lot of trash brands out there. Please don't just go buy random ones. When it comes to the whey isolate, I really like Muscle Feast because they're very transparent. They're third-party tested, and there's no harmful sucralose sweetener in it that kills the gut bacteria. There's stevia sweetener, which is awesome, and it's grass-fed, which I really enjoy as well. So based in Ohio farms. So they literally expose and are very transparent about everything. Family-owned business. So I like that. And like I said, I like those plant-based options as well. I usually do around 30 grams. So it's typically a scoop and a half. Most scoops are like, 20 grams of protein. So I like my 30 grams to 40. On top of that, I add some coconut milk. Big fan of coconut milk. 1 to 2 cups of that as kind of the base of the liquid. Avocado, hands down, every single time in my smoothies. If you haven't tried avocado in your smoothie yet, golly, get started on it. The creaminess of it, it totally improves the texture tremendously. So I had about, half avocado to a whole avocado. Healthy monounsaturated fats, it's awesome. Then I add maybe some cacao, so cacao powder, put that in there, about a tablespoon, teaspoon, just depends. A big fan of blueberries. Get some frozen blueberries in there. Organic is a must. They're heavily sprayed in pesticides. I don't want you to tear up your gut with that. So blueberries, some berries of sorts. Sometimes if I'm feeling it, maybe a banana. Typically, I keep bananas on the side and don't really include that in my smoothies anymore due to the higher sugar content. So I got the protein, coconut milk, the blueberries. And another thing, alongside some of those nourishing things like cacao, I'll add, some maca powder, something along those lines to help out with energy production. And maca is just a tremendous superfood out there as well. Can't beat this is great. That's something to add every once in a while, kind of gives it a sweetness, and that's an awesome supplement right there. Beet powder, nitric oxide, helps out with energy, blood flow. It's just loaded up in that red color, so antioxidants galore. Then I'll begin to add some fiber. So I really like some even more fiber on top of that avocado. I'm a big fan of acacia fiber, the soluble fiber. You can add a teaspoon to a tablespoon of that. It's going to feed the good gut bugs tremendously, help out with digestion. Maybe add some hemp seeds, some nut butter of sorts. Big fan of almond butter, a tablespoon of that. And overall, when I add in all these great things, this smoothie comes out around maybe 800 calories. So I'll have that first breaking of the fast meal around the afternoon with a super smoothie. And then, because I'm full for so long due to that satiating protein, those healthy fats, that healthy fiber, I'm full for hours after that. I'll have another meal, maybe 4 hours later typically, let it digest fully, empty throughout the stomach, ready for the next meal. And I'll stack a delicious meal of maybe some pressure cooked black beans, maybe a cup of that. And that pressure cooker is a bomb freaking thing you got to get as well, because you can just sauce in so many fun, nourishing foods of all kinds, from garlic to ginger to all that amazing stuff. I actually failed to mention, I love to add turmeric and ginger to my smoothie as well. I totally failed to mention that. Shit. But now you know. So that will help, as well as getting some fresh ginger in there. I usually do around a tablespoon amount, around the size of a thumb. That gives it a nice spiciness as well, helps out with the digestion even more. And then that turmeric, you can add some turmeric powder, fresh turmeric, put a little bit of black pepper in there to enhance the absorption of that, enhance curcumin absorption. So that's kind of the basis of my smoothie. But going off what I was saying, black beans. I love black beans as well. Pressure cook them so that cooks out all the oxalates, the harmful potential plant chemicals that don't click with a lot of people. So cook those down with a pressure cooker, add in all those crazy things like the garlic I mentioned. Thereafter, you can add some olive oil. I eat olive oil like crazy, guys. I typically have 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil a day. A good organic brand is Bragg. I love that brand, Bragg. So I'll have like a loaded up olive oil, maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons with the black beans. On top of the side of the black beans, I'll maybe put a tortilla from like Siete or some good brand that is almond flour based or something along those lines. Put some mixed greens on there, whether it's spinach, it's kale, anything along those lines. And then I'll add Primal Kitchen Mayo. I love this stuff because it's avocado oil based. It's made out of real egg yolks. There's no harmful weird additives. There's rosemary in it. It's awesome. So love that Primal Kitchen Foods mayo. It's delicious. Not any of that soybean oil and shit causing all those issues. So I had that, maybe some hot sauce, some cayenne. Throw on a side meat, right? So I love grass-fed beef, huge fan of that. Thousand Hills is a great brand you can get from most natural grocers or health food stores. Butcher Box, anything along those lines, you can get some good quality meat from. And if you're in Arkansas like me, you can get great hookups on local beef and those kind of things. So I love to add that in the arsenal as well. So that's like kind of the breakdown of the second meal, which adds up to around 1,000 calories as well. So moving along, dinner time now. It's around 6, 7 o'clock. I usually go to bed around 10:30, 11, so that gives me ample time before sleep to digest. So around, you know, 7, 8, kind of varies around that. I'll have a meal similar to that last meal. It could be animal-based as well, with some sardines. I love Wild Planet sardines. You know, a can or 2 of those. Some more olive oil. You know, I can do some coconut oil instead if I choose to. And then, you know, maybe get another wrap. Get some of these really good crackers. Mary's is a really good crackers brand because there's no oils at all added to it. It's just ground up like brown rice flour. There's some quinoa, I believe, in there, some chia seeds and stuff like that. That's wonderful to add to that. Just kind of scoop it up, right? Scoop up the sardines, and with the olive oil again, you know, because I'm big on that shit. And you know, then I'll have probably another carb source. Huge on sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. I eat these purple sweet potatoes, these Japanese purple ones that are just chock full of anthocyanins. They're high in blueberries as well, so these are great for your skin. They're a great antioxidant source. And then, yeah, on top of that, you know, it just varies. Puts a little bit more butter in there, right? Get some healthy fats. Load up on those healthy fats. As you can tell, I'm big on fats. I'm big on high protein. And then putting carbs is kind of like the side hustle right there. So that's kind of a rundown. So overall, I eat around, you know, anywhere from 2,800 to 3,500 calories a day to stay lean in my unique standpoint on who I am bio-individually, being 6'1", 188 pounds. In order to keep me lean, that's what I have, around 2,800 to 3,500 calories. And on hard-working training days, I'll have more calories, go for the higher amount. On less working days like today, for instance, just hiking, kind of movement throughout the day, a less strenuous exercise, I'll have around the 2,800 mark. And that does me really well. And so the key here is that last meal, like what I mentioned, a little plug right there. Try not to eat your food right before bed. It really can disturb melatonin production, can disturb sleep, your blood sugar goes up. All that blood flow is shuttling to the digestive organs versus repair. And so you want to repair your beautiful body by giving it that little break before going to bed. A little time frame. It could be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is great. So that's kind of a typical rundown on what I like to eat. Of course, like I said, it varies time to time. Maybe instead of grass-fed beef, I would have some raw liver, some raw grass-fed liver. Or I'll have another meat source. I'll have some eggs. I love eggs, so I actually break my fast with eggs quite often over the smoothie, as I mentioned earlier. I'll have 4 to 5 pasture-raised eggs with, you know, some thyme put on top, some different kind of herbs like cilantro or parsley or basil, whatever. Load up on those antioxidant-rich foods, those gut-nourishing foods, and I guarantee you're going to start shredding fat. You're going to start putting on some lean, strong muscle. Your skin is going to start clearing up tremendously. Your energy is going to go through the roof, and that's a big one right there. A lot of us are low in energy, so if we get the proper precursors to our body with nutrition, we're going to feel a lot more energized and awakened throughout our day. Not getting that afternoon crash, right? Sleeping better. So many factors. It's the holistic lifestyle, guys. Really, nutrition connects to all the different wellness dimensions. So they're like this kind of day-to-day eating I mentioned right here, man, oh man, if you can really focus on the fundamentals of nutrition, it's that holistic impact. You start having your financial wellness improve, your occupational wellness, your environmental, right? So many different layers of health improves from nutrition alone. So really dial that in and it'll help you out tremendously. One thing I didn't mention is a lot of my supplements, because that's not really food. If you're interested in learning more about my supplements, put in the comments. Would love to share with you more about that. You know, a lot of things relating to the food are enzymes, digestive enzymes, and probiotics. I have those before every meal. If you're interested in those, for sure check the description below. There's more on that. But man, that's the summary right there. High protein, you know, 0.8 to 1.1 grams of protein per pound. So for me, being 188 pounds, if I can get 188 grams of protein, that's awesome. If I can get 130 grams of protein, that's awesome. It's around that range. And fat, when it comes to fat, just eat high fat, eat healthy high fats. Don't obsess about calorie counting, right? When it comes to carbs, eat moderate carbs with every meal. Don't freak out. You can start your day with more of a fat-based program to enhance ketones and burn fat more and increase energy, so you aren't having blood sugar as energy. Then you go down on blood sugar, you lose the energy. So that's why I have the super GHEE coffee I just mentioned here. So there you have it, guys. That is the rundown on my typical day-to-day eating. I hope you got some benefit out of this. If you have more questions, please post it below, or you have ideas of what you like. to include in your arsenal of eating, post it below, and I can get back to you and we can start a conversation and spread this health and wellness to others so we can all live optimized and feel freaking good. Because the more we feel good, the more we can make that impact on the world, and that impact on the world would be better, right? Let's make the world a better place together. So there you have it. I hope you got some benefit. Like I said, if you got any recommendations, what you like to eat, anything I can include in my arsenal that will help me out, put in the comments. Please, if you found some benefit as well, like, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell icon so you don't miss a beat on further videos coming out, because every single week I'm coming out with the videos, guys, because I am on this grind to spread this health and wellness to others, so you guys can begin to spread that to others as well. So please share this if you found some benefit as well. We'll be touching base soon. I'll see you on the other side.